Hey, Eagle fans, I'm Thomas Mott. Welcome to Philadelphia Eagles Now. It is time for a preview. Haven't done one of these in a couple of weeks, but it's a very important game on Sunday and a very interesting opponent in the Saints. So I want to get you guys ready to go with a nice 10-minute preview here regarding the Eagles versus the Saints. Philadelphia, of course, at home, trying to get their first win at Lincoln Financial Field this season. They've been road warriors, all 4 wins coming on the road, and they've honestly been very disappointing in terms of every single home game that they played so far. Now, Vegas is in Philadelphia's favor. Right now, currently, the Eagles are 1-point favorites, according to BetUS. That's kind of changing a little bit to even Eagles -2 is sort of the line that's going right now. Over-under stays low, though, sitting there at 43. Now, this is an important game for obviously many reasons. One, the playoffs, because if the Eagles win, they're one step closer to potentially being the number 7 or even the number 6 seed in the NFC wildcard. And also, it's a head-to-head matchup and a head-to-head tiebreaker because the Saints are going to be right there trying to battle for the 6th seed or the 7th seed. And so if Philadelphia has wins against Atlanta, wins against Carolina, and wins against the Saints, it goes a long way to potentially a tiebreaker situation, putting Philadelphia in the postseason and keeping the Saints and, of course, the Falcons and Carolina out of the postseason as well. It's a good football team. We're going to talk about how, even though it's Trevor Siemian, well, again, a little bit later on, they play well on offense. And even though they've lost 2 in a row, they've had a lot of chances to win football games. And so despite the fact that Philadelphia is coming off of a very impressive win against Denver, they cannot let the foot off the gas. They've got to keep doing what's been working. And hopefully, with some help of some injured players coming back from the injury reserve list, maybe Philadelphia has a chance to go ahead and get a much-needed win on Sunday. We'll start with this. Like the video down below if you guys think the Eagles will beat the Saints. I feel pretty good about their chances. I'm going to like the video. If you guys think Philadelphia gets the win and the first home win on Sunday, drop a like down below right now. Speaking of players returning from injury, Miles Sanders, right? We talked about this in the videos over the past couple of days. He is back from the IR list, that short-term IR due to the ankle injury suffered in that loss to the Raiders on the road. He's not guaranteed to play, and so we're going to hype it up a lot this week, but there's no guarantee he's not necessarily going to be out there, but there is a very good chance that if he does play, he will get a lot of reps, which of course you guys know I'm a fan of Philadelphia doing. However, if he does play, regardless if he does or not, the Eagle rushing attack has a very tall task in front of them, most notably the number 1 rush defense in the National Football League. Yes, the Saints are the best rushing defense in the NFL, and each of the last 4 weeks, they have not given up even close to 100 yards. Titans, 66 yards. The Falcons had 34. The Bucs had 71. Seattle, I guess, got close with 90. You go back 5 weeks to Washington, the last team that had over 130 yards. They had about, I think, $135 is what they had 5 weeks ago. So this is a great test. Like, Sunday is a great test for the Eagles' run game to kind of prove that they are not just a good running football team against bad rushing defenses, that they're going to be good running the football against anybody. And if Philadelphia can prove, at least to me and to you and everybody else, that they can get over 100 yards against a Saints defense, that's going to go a long way not only in Philadelphia winning the football game, but proving to the rest of the NFL that the Eagles are on the rise. Because if they can run the football against anybody, that is what really helps out teams, especially in cold weather, on the road in wildcard games, which Philadelphia will necessarily probably have to do. On the road at Green Bay, on the road, at Tampa, not necessarily that cold, but still, you're going to go on the road for these wildcard games if you're Philadelphia. And running the football is going to go a long way in doing that. Boston Scott, Jordan Howard, of course, will be the 2 starters if Miles Sanders cannot go. They've been fantastic the past couple of weeks. However, and we'll talk about this a little bit later on, if Sanders can go, I expect him and Howard to get the majority of the carries on Sunday. Okay, first question. Pin comment down below during the ad break. Will the Eagles rush for over 100 yards on Sunday? I think they will. Type Y down below for yes. I think they will not. Type N down below for no. Now, on the opposite side of the football, in terms of the offense for the New Orleans Saints, we got to quickly mention Trevor Siemian, who, again, is 0-2 since taking over the starting job from Jameis Winston, but is playing some pretty darn good football. You can count the Bucs win, I guess, as being his 1 win. We go 3 weeks back. Either way, he has a losing record right now, but he's playing good football. I mean, last week in the loss to the Titans, they were a 2-point conversion away from tying that football game, potentially going into overtime, and he had 300 yards passing, 2 touchdowns, and no picks. Like, he's not turning the ball over, and he's playing very, very good football. And so even though they were much better with Jameis Winston, I don't think we can sleep on Trevor Siemian, who is very much a game manager and makes the right throws, takes the checkdowns, and has the ability to put a hurting on the Eagles defense if they don't adjust to his playing style. Now, likewise, Alvin Kamara, much like Miles Sanders, missed last week's game. He's dealing with a knee injury. He is expected to go this Sunday, as he did practice this week, so he will play on Sunday based on everything that I have read, and so that will be another offensive weapon to throw into the mix for Trevor Siemian as they try to establish the run a lot with Melvin Ingram, and then, of course, now with Alvin Kamara out of the backfield as they normally do. Injuries for us in terms of other guys not named Miles Sanders. Dallas Goedert not looking good for Sunday. He did not practice on Thursday in terms of the official injury report. There's a chance he still plays. He has to get through this concussion protocol, but I'm leaning towards guessing he's not going to go ahead and be out there because, again, he was not out there on Thursday. Linebacker Davion Taylor, who's gotten the start since they cut Eric Wilson a couple of weeks ago, he was seen in a massive leg brace on his left leg a couple of days ago, and so he is really unsure if they're going to let him play on Sunday. I think Taylor might be out, unless it's just a precautionary brace, but the pictures I saw were that it is a large leg brace, so he was kind of limping around practice there, and obviously has been very much limited in what he can do from a practice perspective. He is not expected to go, in my opinion, but we'll keep an eye on that because things can definitely change, and honestly, hopefully they do, because he's had a pretty good time starting at linebacker over the past couple of weeks. What's your confidence level for the Eagles going into Sunday? Let me know down below right now in the comment section. Scale from 1 to 10. I think all of us are kind of riding high off the Denver win. I would say my confidence level is at an 8, but I do worry about the Eagles' defense, as we'll talk about, against Siemian and Kamara and Ingram, because they are a very good 1-2-3 punch, or at least a very good 1-2 punch out of the backfield, and Siemian, again, has been pretty good over the past couple of weeks. Before we get into my keys to the game, I'll give you guys my picks of the week, courtesy of our friends at BetUS, chatsports.com/EaglesBet, promo code Eagles125, get that 125% deposit bonus whenever you first sign up, and you can bet on the picks that you're going to see on your screen right now. I'm doing Colts at Bills. Give me the under in this one. The over-under is 50. 50 points is a lot for NFL teams to score. I think one of these two, most notably the Colts, are not going to score a lot of points. Give me the under in this one. I've had a lot of success betting the under the past couple of weeks. I will take Philadelphia -1 versus the Saints. I feel confident that they're going to win the game. Packers -2.5 on the road with the Vikings, to me, seems like stealing. I will bet the Bengals. I've had mixed luck with them this year, but I do think the Raiders are not that good of a football team, especially since firing John Gruden. Give me the rested, coming off a bye, Bengals on Sunday. And the Cardinals -2.5. They will get Kyler Murray back. That's going to be very, very, very impactful. And I'm very much out on this Seahawk offense, regardless if Russell Wilson is in there or not. All right, my keys to the game. Here we go. Let's jump into number 1. Don't give up on the run. Okay, we talked about in the past, just run the damn ball. That was always my, saying here on the preview videos. But now that they've actually started running the damn ball, they need to not give up on running the ball. And most notably, if they struggle early against a Saints team, or if they get behind. Like if it's 10-0, do not just switch over to spread them out and throw. It's not going to work. Keep running the football, regardless of what the score is. That's your only way to win, in my opinion, on Sunday. And if they stuff you early, figure out a way to get a couple of running lanes here, because you've been so successful at it the past couple of weeks. Do not give up on the run. Key number 2. Make Trevor Siemian beat you, a.k.a. get that lead, play press man coverage, as they've done a little bit, and they did a lot more in the Bronco game watching the film. Do that against these mediocre wide receivers for the Saints and make him beat you. Don't let Ingram or Kamara beat you. Load up the box, 8-man boxes, go one-on-one. Darius Slay can handle it. The secondary can handle it. I think you've got to absolutely force Trevor Siemian to go ahead and beat you with his arm. If he does that, nothing else that you can do, but I think that the Eagle defense has a chance to potentially go ahead and get after him a little bit. Okay, before we get into number 3, make sure you guys are subscribed to the channels. We are 21,460 Eagle fans strong, and want you guys to go ahead and join the movement here, as we're trying to give you guys the best and most up-to-date, and I'd say most fun Eagle channel on YouTube. And if you guys think we are, you enjoy our videos, go down below and hit that red subscribe button. Okay, number 4. How about keep feeding DeVonta Smith? Or sorry, number 3. I'm getting ahead of myself. There's a preview. Number 3, load the box. As I just mentioned, do not let the running backs beat you. Mark Ingram is fantastic. I think I called him Melvin Ingram in the past. I meant Mark Ingram in this video. He's been fantastic. Kamara's going to be back. Load the box. And again, this kind of goes with key number 2. Make Trevor Siemian throw. Make him beat Darius Slay. Darius Slay is going to be a Pro Bowler this year. He's been fantastic the past couple of weeks. Press man coverage, one-on-one, I don't care. Load the box. Don't let them beat you with the run, because that's the one way that I think they can gash us on Sunday. Number 4, we already mentioned it. Keep feeding DeVonta Smith. I said this a lot, but Smith needs 8 to 10 targets a game. He had, 7 in the win on Sunday? 2 of those were touchdowns. I mean, he's made it so clear that he's an elite route runner. He's open on a lot of these routes. Just keep throwing him the football. And no other receivers giving you help. So if Goedert's out, then Smith needs a lot of touches. Feed DeVonta Smith. Finally, and this is a key that ties back into key 1, do what Jalen does best. Again, if you start panicking and making him throw the football 30 times, they're not going to win this football game. He needs to be in the 18 to 23 passes per game, 50 to 80 yards rushing, a rushing touchdown. Like, moving the football with his legs is what he does best. Getting him outside the pocket is what he does best. The opening drive against the Denver Broncos was a great example of what Jalen Hurts does well. The very first play call was a design quarterback run. I mean, that shows what you want to do offensively. It establishes a precedent for running the football. Keep doing that. Do what Jalen Hurts does best. You're going to go a long way in getting a win on Sunday. Drop a like again down below if you think Hurts is going to beat the Saints on Sunday. Already asked that, but again, go down below, give this video a thumbs up. We would greatly appreciate it. Let's get into my prediction for the game. I said this a couple of days ago. We'll stick with it. Philadelphia 27, Saints 20. I think it'll be a closer game than the Denver game. I'm putting a lot of respect on a Saints team, but they got to be able to prove they can win at home. I mean, get a win in front of the Eagle faithful, please. And if they get a win, it's going to go a long way, and obviously potentially going to the postseason. All right, give me your score predictions down below in the comments section. I want to see what you guys think. Again, I say Eagles 27. You say I say Eagles 27, Saints 20. Give me your thoughts down below right now. And of course, be subscribed to Philadelphia Eagles Now. We have a mailbag video coming up later on this weekend, so stay tuned for that. Be sure to be a subscriber and join, again, our 21,460 strong here on the channel. Ultimate every day on Philadelphia Eagles Now. I'm your host, Thomas Mott, signing off. Go Birds on Sunday. Enjoy the rest of your day.